probation?
I want to say Benton's on that one.
Yes, definitely.
Benton Kennedy. And I'll say Kennedy's outside, Benton sitting right there. As far as the officers.
We just have to run probation case, my understanding is contested, so we'll record for the.
Okay.
witnesses.
All right, let's proceed then. This is the case of, you can call it Mr. Control.
Now, this is, City of Sylvester versus Corinne Keys on probation revocation.
Ms. Keys, you requested a hearing on this matter? Gotta get to speak a little bit louder.
I just told the other judge that I wasn't guilty of it, so he just told me to come back to court.
Okay, all right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a hearing on the matter, okay? And the city is gonna call witnesses to testify. It's gonna be like a mini bench trial,
Yes, sir.
and you'll be able to cross-examine the witnesses. And then you'll be able to give your version of, if you choose to, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. You can proceed. Hey, get the witnesses and I swear everybody in at the same time. Okay, you ready?
Y'all raise your right hand and show them the state right. You all solemnly swear to testify against the truth, don't you, nothing, true, so help you God? Would you state your full name, correct?
I mean, I'm pregnant.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm probation officer for City of Sorry probation.
How long have you been employed with probation?
About 15
Hey, would you tell me what your function is as an employee of the probation office?
years. It's to supervise, make sure that the probation officer, the probationers do what they're supposed to do, that's court order.
Okay, how many probationers have you had an opportunity to supervise of your career?
More than about 3 months.
Okay. Are you familiar with this case?
Yes, sir.
Tell me how you're familiar with this case.
She was placed on probation on November the 9th for, disorderly conduct. That's the only way that I know her by supervisors, she's been on probation.
Okay, and tell me what has been her, what has gone on with her probation?
Since she's put on probation, she's only paid $60 on her case.
So let me just stop right there. We're here today because petition for revocation was brought against her for some new charges, is that correct?
That's correct.
Tell me what the basis of that petition is.
Basically is that she was picked up, she was arrested, for disorderly conduct and, terrorist threats.
Is that a charge currently in the state court of Will County?
Yeah.
Okay. And you know the date of that charge?
Not right off paper.
Would a document refresh your recollection on that?
Yes. She was arrested on, January the 15th of this year.
And she was arrested by what
The
agency?
city of police officers.
Okay, all right. All right. And tell me anything else you want to say for?
That's basically about it. She, has completed her responsibility to, I did advise her to complete her community services and make sure she tries to pay code.
Anything else you want to testify here? All right. No further questions, Ms. Conrad.
All right. I got a question. What was her probation, the terms of her probation, monetarily, community service?
The terms of her probation, was to complete 40 hours of community service, her responsibility class, which she did complete. She had, 10 days, to do jail time, but the judge suspended it if she's in compliance of it. She's supposed to get a random drug test.
Okay. And, the 40 hours community service, how much has she done on that?
She's done like about 2 hours, about 2 hours. She did do the majority of the hours, but where she done the hours at, I told her she couldn't do it there, so she would have to go back and do it at a place that meets that school.
You next witness?
I know Mr. John Hawkins.
Okay. Mr. Hawkins, just remember you're an old.
Could you just stand aside, Mr. Hawkins?
Oh, yes, he been sworn in?
Were you sworn in previously?
Yes, sir. All right.
Would you state your claim, correct?
You know, I'm not see.
And Ms. Hawkins, are you familiar with this case?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with this, Colonel January 15, 2022?
Yeah.
Tell me what you're familiar with that is.
It was just a big misunderstanding. You know, it was part of my fault too, but I didn't have sense of those make up, sense of we like that my girlfriend. It's like an argument. That's all it was. You just gotta, when the police got involved, that's when they went inside.
Were you present for some statements, keys made in front of officers?
Yeah, but I don't know real cop. I know I had been drinking. I said such a that's not.
But you just aware of her, she did make some statements.
It went violent toward me. Like, tell her, I ain't hungry, but I'm not scared of her. She a pretty lady, man. You know, she don't get me, so she could have, I'm not worried about
That's
that.
all. She indicated you've been consuming alcohol, and you reflect those statements.
Yes.
And you were the victim in that case.
Yeah, I'm a big man. I don't want to hurt you. That's another thing. So, like, if anything, what I say go, you know, like, if it's up to me, I wouldn't have been trouble. I had moved also. Like, so we still contact, but we're not going together, and like that. I think, I think go ahead and answer. That's another.
I have no question this time.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if Ms. Keys.
Did you have any questions for Mr. Hawkins?
You're pretty young, Mr. Hawkins. All right, thank you. I call, Officer Kennedy. Officer Kennedy, you sworn in previously? Did you say you called correct? Officer Kennedy, how do you do it?
With the city, so that's.
How many people in the city stuff there? Okay. Are you certified law enforcement officer?
Yes.
You successfully completed your exam. In terms of your occupation certified law enforcement officer, you've been involved in disorderly conduct, terrorist threats cases over your career? Right. How many have you been involved in this?
Around 4 years worth.
Are you familiar with this case?
Yes.
How are you familiar with this case?
I've had a couple of minor calls.
Let me go back, I'm talking about the incident that occurred on January 15th. Are you familiar with that incident?
Yeah.
Okay, that incident occurred on January 15th, 2022? Tell me about what you recall that incident.
We were originally called to her house on Westbury, but then we ended up going to his house on Fort Hill.
When you say this house, you're from Mr. John Hawkins? Was Ms. Keys at that location? Is that location located in Sylvester? Go ahead.
So when we got there, both of them had been drinking, they were both shouting, you know, and this what happened was they got into it at Axburn, I think at a club or bar, and that trickled into the city. And when we got there, she was telling us that she was mad because he took her phone, and he got physical with her over there in Westbury. So she came over to his house to try to get her phone back, and that's when we were called over there. So when I was talking to Mr. Hawkins, you know, he had been drinking a little bit, so he didn't particularly want to talk to us, and that's fine. I understand that emotions run high when you're drinking like that. So when we got everybody settled down, we all went outside. And when everybody went outside, that's when all the screaming and shouting started back up. So we told.
When you say screaming and shouting, is Ms. Keys involved in that screaming and shouting? Well, the folks present can hear it. Go ahead.
Both Ms. Keys and Mr. Hawkins were both screaming, cussing at us and each other. We told Mr. Hawkins to be quiet, hold what you got and go back to your house. And he did eventually. When we told him to ski, same thing, you know, get back in your car, leave. She got back in the car, but it was when she got back out of the car the last time. That's when we got her for disorderly, because she screaming because out the roadway at that point. And then that's when she made the comment that when I get out of jail, and they find you in the streets, don't know your family, will know what I come
Yeah, let me just back up a second. I don't want you to guess my statement. Can you recall her making statements? You heard?
from.
I just want to make sure, because
Yeah, it was,
is there anything that could be used to refresh your recollection of what they said?
when,
I want you to tell me what you recall, what you said.
yeah, we handcuffed that when she said, when I find you dead in the streets, don't know why.
When they got in, we'll get back to
Is
that.
that not what I was saying verbatim?
I just want to make sure you recall the statement.
Yeah.
You need something to refresh your recollection. Take your time a little bit. Okay? But don't read off of it.
Yeah.
Okay, what was the statement?
When I get out and they find me dead in the streets, don't know why.
And who was that directed towards? And was that said in the presence of any law enforcement officers?
Yes.
Who were those law enforcement officers?
Telephone supervisor,
Who's your supervisor?
Sergeant Ben.
Was there any doubt in your mind when that statement was directed to us? Is there any doubt in your mind when what those words of that statement mean? She said that to Ms. Holmes. And what was your action after that statement was made, Ms. Holmes?
She was already in handcuffs, so we just added that on to what's the charges? We put her in the car.
And what did you charge her with?
Disorderly conduct, and terrorism.
Anything further, what this is? Let's look at some time.
You have any questions for the officer?
Call Officer Dick. Officer Dick. Would you state your full name, correctly?
Darrell Davis,
How are you employed, Officer?
I work with the Police Department,
How long have you employed the city of Sylvester Police Department?
January of last year.
Are you a certified law enforcement officer?
I am,
You successfully completed your training?
I did
How long have you been a certified law enforcement officer?
36 years,
All right, and when you, how were you employed prior to your job at City of Sylvester?
Georgia State Patrol,
How long were you a Georgia State Patrol trooper?
28 years.
All right, have you been involved in disorderly conduct cases and terrorist threat cases over your career?
Yes, I have.
All right, approximately how many in your long career?
Well, when I first started out, I was with Auburn Police Department. So I would say numerous cases.
More than 100?
Yes,
And tell me, do you recall the incident that occurred on January 15th, 2022 in this case?
yes, I do.
Okay, tell me what you recall from this.
That particular evening, we received a call, first of Winchester, in reference to, a domestic taking place out in, this huge yard. Upon our arrival, they weren't there, and, we received a call, they had come over on Cordial Road. We proceeded over Cordial Road, and when we arrived at the scene, we observed his keys and, the complainant out in front there arguing with each other. We proceeded to separate them, and I asked his keys to go back to her parents' car, who was there to pick her up. She walked out to the road to where her parents were, and while she was out there with her parents, she continued to yell back and forth, using profanity towards the victim. He also was yelling at the same time, so I instructed him to go back to his residence, and he did. As he went back into his residence, his keys continued to become very belligerent, use profanity towards him, and I gave her an additional chance to get in her father's vehicle to leave the scene. She proceeded to step back out of the vehicle and continue to use profanity, became very belligerent, cursing and yelling across the roadway, at which time I instructed Officer Kennedy to go ahead and place her under arrest for disorderly conduct. At that point, after placing her under arrest for disorderly conduct, she made a threatening statement towards the victim once again. And Officer Kennedy charged her with the disorderly as well as terrorist arrest.
That statement, do you know that statement verbatim off the top of your head?
Yes, sir. I don't know.
Is there something to refresh your recollection of what that statement would be?
Yes, sir.
And what would that document be an instrument?
The report of Mr. Kennedy.
Without reading off, would you just take a look at that? Does that refresh your recollection what the statement was?
Yes, sir.
What was that statement?
She threatened that if, when she got out, we found her dead in the streets, they would move out.
Was there any doubt in your mind that statement was correct?
Yes.
And, what action did y'all take next?
At that point, she was placed under arrest, not only for the disorderly conduct, but for the terrorist arrest.
Nothing further to switch on.
Ms. Keys, do you have any questions for Officer Benton?
Yeah, you said, when you told me to get out of the car to get arrested, that after then, I said something else to Nora when he was already in the house, when you, told me to get out of the car for arrested. He was already in the house.
Objection, I should
And I
have
did not
conversation
shout.
question.
Just questions, Ms. Keys. You'll get a chance to testify if you so choose.
Okay,
You have any questions for him?
that's
No further questions, switch on.
Ms. Keys, now's the opportunity for you to testify if you so choose to. If you don't want, did you have another witness?
Yeah, I just attended the petition for revocation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the court can't hold that against you if you choose not to. So you want to testify? Okay, you're under oath. Now remember, when you testify, you'll be subject to cross-examination, okay? Okay, go ahead. That means that he'll get to ask you questions. Okay.
Let's keep it going. Go up to this microphone.
Tell me your story.
I went out with my friends to Ashburn in a bar, at a bar. Jannard, he was blowing my phone up, harassing me, posting on social media about me and my business just because I wanted to tell him how I was. He followed me to Ashburn, Turner County, to the place with his sister and grandma Christina Lee. When I was outside, he ran up on me and I had pepper spray to protect myself and my purse. So as he was running up on me, I pepper sprayed. It was a big commotion, but the club owner, they told us to leave, so we left. And when I got home, I was with my friend Fabian. When I got home to walk in, my friend was leaving, and Nard was walking down the road, and he came into my phone. He attacked me and took my phone. I told my mom to call the police to make a report on there. I didn't leave my house to go to his house. I didn't damage anything, didn't put my hands on him. I just told him I wanted my phone back. So then when the police pulled up at my house, I guess they seen that I wasn't there. That's when they came to his house. There wasn't another call. That was two to come to his house. They just came there because I wasn't at my house. I was arguing with him. I was yelling back and forth, but I did not say that his family had found him dead in the streets. What I said was, I said, meaning you're dead to me. I was saying you're dead like you're dead to me. Never said that I would kill you. That never came out of my mouth. I know for a fact. And my mother was there too. She can also be a witness. But nobody called her to be a witness on stand. And my stepfather, he was also a witness. But Jay, he never got in contact with my parents for them to be witnesses here today. And also, when I went to jail, I got out of jail because I was told by Officer Kennedy that I didn't have any felonies on my name, so they weren't supposed to arrest anybody with felonies, misdemeanors. They let me out at my house. I didn't have to pay a bond or anything. He told me that his sergeant sent him to come pick me up. But after I got out of jail, I was told that I was also charged with terroristic threats.
How long did you stay in jail?
I stayed in jail for 1 month. He came and got me the building and took me to my house. I didn't have to pay a bond or anything. They only told me about the disorderly conduct that was placed on me. They never told me I was charged with a felony. That's why he came and got me out of jail, because they said at this time, we're not supposed to be arresting anyone that doesn't have a felony on them.
These charges are in state court, aren't
Yes, sir. There's misdemeanor charges in the state court, present.
they? You through?
Yes, sir. And after I got out the car to be arrested, I did not make a threat. I did not say anything to Mr. Hawkins because he was already in the house. And I did not my parents. So, testify, because they were out there also.
Mr. Crowe? Cross?
Ms. Keys, it's your testimony here that the officer said it's not true.
Yes. Well, about when he said that I said something after he arrested me.
Are you stating that the statement, when I get out, and they find you dead in the streets, don't know why that's not true?
Yes.
Aside from a few words being misplaced, so that's not, you didn't say anything like that at all.
No.
And you didn't scream and holler.
I did say this. I did say you're dead. But I wasn't saying you're dead like I was going to kill you. I was saying like young people, I don't know if anyone is familiar with it. But I was saying you're dead like everything we have is dead. Not saying that I was going to kill you. We've been together for 3 years. 3 years. Never, I'm not, a person that, just kills people. I'm not, even if I was like, why would I stay there in front of police? You know what I'm saying? And after they arrested me and we got to the police station, I was trying to explain to them that that's not what I mean. I was just upset.
You do admit you were screaming and hollering at him while you were
Yes, I
getting
did.
out of the car. You do also realize 2 officers were there. Who were
Yes, sir.
arrested.
Yes, sir.
You aware that they had body cam?
Yes, sir.
You also realize you're on the road.
Yes, sir.
And that's still your testimony. You didn't say it for us.
Yes.
No further questions, Sean?
You have any more witnesses, Ms. Hughes?
I didn't bring them in. I had my mom.
Was she there?
Yes.
She was at the house, at your house?
She came when the officer pulled up, my mom and my stepdad came too.
Call as a witness if you want to. How you doing, ma'am? I'm all right. Raise your right hand for me. You swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so you got?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ms. Keys, this is your witness, so you get to ask her questions. Just like you was a lawyer.
What did you see?
Okay, I don't know what time it was, but I heard her outside. I heard her like, something's going on, something's going on. My husband had woke me up, I was sleeping. He said something is going on outside. So he had jumped up, him. My husband and my son went outside, and she's screaming, knocked and attacked me, took my phone. So we called the police. I forgot who came first. I think it was him. Somebody else that came first. And I had told them where she was at, because she left. We were trying to get her to stay there. She's like, I want my phone. So she left, and then when they had came, that's where I told the police that's where she was at.
So you told the police?
Yeah, I told the police when she went. Then when we had got over, the police was already over. He and this gentleman right here. He already had her telling her just to calm down. She got out, they were hollering. I was getting her vehicle. he got her back in the car. My husband was driving. Then Nara was saying stuff, she was saying stuff, calling. I got in her car and was going this way. All I heard her say was, everything's dead to me. You know, that, and then I seen him, and I heard him holler, never mind, just arrest her. So they got her back out the car, and I was yelling at her. I was telling her that, you know, I was used to family, telling her that. But they were both following. She wasn't so calm. And the neighbors that lived next to Jannar, they had came to our house trying to go up there and talk to them. And he was out there saying stuff too to her.
Did the neighbors come by our house?
Yeah, they came by my house.
And they also went.
That's not a question. You have to ask a question.
Well, where did they say
They were going to the police station and talking to them, saying I was up there too, saying stuff to her.
Okay. Well.
Okay. That's it? You rest with this witness?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Crowe.
Yes, sir.
Now, you indicated something, that you overheard her say something about him being dead, being Mr. Hawkins.
Because I was already in the car, I was on the opposite side where they were. And then when she said, you dead to me, and then I heard him say, just arrest her, I got out and started hollering at her, and I was hollering at her also.
Did you clearly hear what she said?
But that's all I heard, is, he's dead to me, he's dead to me.
You couldn't.
I'm hard of hearing, so I really can't.
That's what I'm
But I
getting to.
know, no, I have to hear it, but I'm hard of hearing, I was hollering at her also when she was on.
Is it a chance you did not hear the statements that the officer said?
No, I didn't hear that.
But is it a chance because of your hearing impairment and the distance from her that you may have not heard everything she said?
That's all I heard her say. I didn't hear what the police officer said.
But what I'm asking is, based off the distance from your hearing impairment, is there a chance that you either misheard her or didn't hear what she said to Mr.
So
Hawkins?
I heard what she said to my, that said to me is this.
You
Because
realize,
that's when he said that he was like, that's it. She's, arrest her. And that's when I had got out, because I was on the opposite side of the two sides of the apartment. And I was on this side in her car. And she was in my husband's car, behind their vehicle.
so is it your testimony here today, under oath,
Yes,
by
sir.
penalty of perjury, that what the two officers said is not true?
I can't say she didn't say it. I didn't hear if she did say it. I'm just saying what I heard.
So based off the distance from her and your hearing impairment, she may have said what the two officers just said. She
I can't say that she said it or she didn't say it. I don't know. All I heard was what she said is dead to me. I heard that. I can say that I did hear that.
And the reason why you can't say it or not say it is because of your hearing impairment and distance from her, correct?
Yes, sir.
No questions, Ms. Young, I rest.
Now, Ms. Keith, thank you. What's your name?
Martha Wright.
Martha Wright. Thank you, Ms. Wright. You can step back over here, Ms. Keith.
You know, I would like to have a brief closing statement.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Gross.
Any questions, Ms. Keith?
You don't have any more witnesses, do you?
No, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, based off the graphic, the threats, the offenses, and testimony, the probation, we're moving the probation in the, that's all I have.
Do you have a closing?
No, sir.
Now, when you say probation be revoked, you're talking about the 10 days or you talking about, I mean, you were placed on probation for 12 months, right?
She has 273 days.
Okay.
That's what she has now.
And, you know, we would leave it at the discretion of the court, our position is that we feel like we've now actually just moved the probation to revoked at this time.
What does that mean?
Now, Ms. Keys, I was about to tell you, you understand that the trial was not on whether or not you did in fact make terroristic threats or you were in fact disorderly. You were arrested for those two, which was a violation of your probation. You understand that?
Yes, sir, I was on unsupervised probation, but I was only put on probation until I paid, off my fee and completed all of my, that's what I was told. Cause the first time I
Well,
came
the
here,
the question is, have you paid off your fee?
no, sir.
Which means you're still on probation, right?
Yes, sir, because I only work a part-time job, and I explained that to my probation officer. I even tried to, like, she told me I could maybe get some time into my community service. I did complete all of my community service hours, but she told me that my, community service couldn't be completed at a barbershop. But I did complete all 40 hours, I just had to pay the fee. But now I have to go back and redo all of my community service and still pay my fee.
How old are you?
21
When did you turn?
in November 28th.
You graduated from high school?
Yes, sir. In 2019.
You got anger issues?
Sir.
Did the responsibility class help?
Yes, sir, it did. It did. And honestly, like, this wouldn't have happened if, that situation didn't take place. I wasn't in contact with him. I left him alone. He followed me. He came and he stole my phone from me and choked me around my neck. I have the pictures.
Well, he didn't get arrested, did he?
No, sir. I told the officers after I got arrested I wanted to make a report, but that was never taken.
All right, I am gonna revoke 7 days of your probation. I'm gonna give you credit for time served with the 1 day. Which will give you 6 days to serve. Then I'm gonna place you back on probation. You return to probation. How much money has she paid on the fine?
$60.
Out of 500?
She, $240 was, forfeited, forfeited, so that left her with, 260. Just to pay out of the fine.
And she's completed the responsibility class.
She had,
And so we still have 40 hours of community service.
yes.
I'm gonna waive the community service. You have a job?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you're gonna serve 6 days in jail. When you come out, you owe $140, and you don't have to do the community service. You don't have to do the 40 hours of community service. You still have to answer to these charges in state court. And to be honest with you, Miss Keys, I don't, I don't send people to jail lightly, but it seems as though you have an extensive history, and all you had to do is comply with the probation. And if you,
Yes, sir, I was trying to.
by drinking and pepper spraying and cursing and threatening,
He was running up to attack me. I didn't pepper spray him in Brick County, it was in Ashland. He was running up to attack me. I told all of this to the officer.
well, pepper spraying is actually battery. You didn't get charged with battery. You got charged with disorderly conduct here in Worth County. But that's the order of the court. All right, court is adjourned.
Could I
Sorry for
do,
being late.
could I do my own stupid thing like on the weekend?
I don't have a problem with that. You can be on the weekend.
I'm not sure she would be able to do that, the COVID.
Oh, you're talking about coming in and out?
Uh-huh.
Well, if there's a COVID restriction, I forgot about that. Then we'll just do them consecutively and get it over with. And pay the 140 and probation will be terminated at that point.
Starting
Do I have to start today?
What's the status of Ms. Keys being a flight risk or anything like that? Does anybody know? From just
No.
prior dealings?
The prior dealings I've had with Steve, she's always, been where she was supposed to be. I don't think she would be a flight risk, but just my suggestion, she needs to stay away from the crowd she's hanging out with. She needs to stop drinking. She needs to stop being in the areas that she's in.
Now today is, well, you just turned 21. I mean, you shouldn't even be a seasoned
I'm
drinker.
not sure if the
Yes,
audio
sir, it was just me and my
came through,
friends
but yeah.
right now.
You can report Monday. What's the usually reporting time? Monday at 10 o'clock in the morning, and you can get out Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay?
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Keys. You still have these charges pending in state court now. You understand that, don't you?
Yes,
And
sir.
I believe she had a woman problem.
You did? And I take it that you pled not guilty?
She had that.
Oh, you have a arraignment this Friday? Okay.
Well, Friday. So she's gonna turn stuff in tomorrow? On Monday. Okay.
Judge,